How goes it, everyone? I'm Ian, this is Hammers Polls, and this week I've been asking fans, with no new signings to date, does the current squad have enough strength and depth going into the new season to take us to the next transfer window? Let's see what everyone thinks, and if you enjoy the show, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button.
Hello everyone, it's Jazz back after a couple of weeks break or maybe a bit longer. So I took a couple of weeks holiday locally in the UK and much needed. I think I haven't had much of a holiday this year, still got more to take, so I feel better. It's been a long drainy season, I think, following the club with respect and all the channels and all the negativity around and all the pressure of staying up. It's taken a lot out of the fans really, and it's such a long season. And then I thought, we're all going to be happy that we stayed up, and we're going to be slightly more sort of happy, confident, full of joy. But I knew what was going to happen, so all the channels have started the negativity straight away. Why haven't you brought 2-3 players in? La 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 la. So that's all carried on even before a ball's kicked. So usual really. Channels do a lot of good stuff. A lot of channels we have, but I think it's just full of too much negativity. They kind of have overtaken what the newspapers used to be when I was growing up. I know bad news sells, and that's what they're doing. I know some channels have to put content out there every day, and they're struggling. You know, what should we do? And it's all negative, really. So I'm kind of beginning to not follow a lot of the channels really, and go back to basics and just try to be as sort of positive as I can. Certainly, at least wait until the season starts, really. Anyway, going back to the question, do we need any players before the next window? Yes, we do. Fixtures are hard. First 7 games, I believe, are roughly the first top 7 teams that finished last season. So similar to David Moyes when he came in, tough fixtures again. So David, we got to do it again, mate. And if we do have any key injuries in key positions, then we're going to be in trouble, really. And then when the winnable games hopefully do come along after game 8, then it's going to be an issue, because if you lose all 7 or don't do well, then no point going to those winnable games with low confidence, really. So we do need some players, and the players we need about 5 players. We need a goalkeeper that can challenge Fabianski in the next 1 to 2 seasons. Fabianski is not going to have the season he had a couple of seasons ago when he was Hammer of the Year. Injuries still a doubt. Randolph he's okay, but he's not the future. He's not really the quality number 2 we need, so that's one. The fullbacks are crap. Creswell only had 1 good season under Bilic. He's got no pace. I think it was Adam Troy actually ripped him a couple of times. So he's living off sort of Bilic's season 1 or 2 goals from free kicks. Fredericks has got the pace, got nothing between his ears, can't read the game. If you look at the assists from Creswell and Fredericks, they're absolutely crap. So that's 3 players. We need a backup for Souček and Rice, like a holding defensive player, so that's 4. And we need a backup to Haller. Don't know what Haller's going to do this season, so we do need a backup. So that's 5. And if we don't bring anyone in, then we're going to be in trouble. But having said that, I've got a financial background, and I do understand why finances are tight. Going back on the net spend last 5 seasons, we're about 7th. We're below Brighton and Wolves, but ahead of Leicester, Tottenham, Liverpool, Chelsea. So we're okay. But the issue has been the way the club has been run. Sometimes the owners have bought the players without discussing with the manager. Sometimes we bought players according to the agent, doesn't fit our team pattern. So we've ended up with a lopsided, unbalanced squad of over-earners, underachievers. So, you know, Pellegrini wasted 70 odd million when he came in, then wasted, wouldn't say wasted at the moment, but we can't confirm that, but 40-50 on Haller, 20-25 on Fornals. Don't forget, in January we completed deals for kind of Bowen on 19 million, Souček 15. That all has to be paid for. We're struggling to get players throughout the door, which is a big thing. So don't look at Crystal Palace and Leicester spending money, or Chelsea. They haven't spent a lot of money recently, or have certainly put players through the door, which will supplement that, really. So even if we can get 1 or 2 loan deals done by moving on maybe Lanzini or Anderson, it'll be good, really. But it's just shocking how much money we wasted. I mean, Sanchez, 60, 70, 75k a week, which is 4 million a season. Shocked to hear Roberto was on 40k a week, which is just over 2 million a year. And some 38 million, we haven't got anything back from that. Yarmolenko's 18-20 million. He's got to stay fit to start to repay that. Wiltshire's on 100 grand a week. Lanzini's new contract for no reason. He's been the shadow of himself. So we do spend money, but we waste a lot, really. So, and it will take David Moyes a couple of seasons to change that, bring his own people in. And well done on bringing in Stuart Pearson. So the backroom team is really beginning to look strong. But be patient. I do financially understand, unlike a lot of people, why we haven't brought anyone in yet. We do need to get a few more people out the door and really start to think and buy more players like Bowen and Souček, really. And David Moyes, if anything, to his credit, I've been told, has been given a name of players like in the past. Go on, buy. And the agent saying, and David said, no, I want to think about this. If he doesn't fit in, I'd rather not buy anyone. So that's been a bit of the issue, which is good. I'd rather not have anyone rather than get someone through the door just for the sake of it, which has been happening in the club, really. So be patient, be positive. All you channels out there, come on, bring a smile on your face. Back David. The board's crap anyway at the moment. Hopefully they'll let him do his job. And forget about Kovac and Pele taking over. It's David. So come on, new Irons. We do need a couple of people through the door, and hopefully it'll happen. Sometimes it's a good position to be in if you get someone in the last couple of days. So come on, new Irons.
Do I think the squad is ready enough and good enough if we don't make new signings? It's got to be, isn't it? Let's face it. There's no way it can't be any good without new transfers coming into the club. I think we finished the season really strong. Souček and Bowen made an absolute difference. So in a way, if we're just going to sign them two, technically they are summer signings because especially Souček, his deal went through after the season finished. With the new youth signings coming in, I think it'll be interesting how much impact they're actually going to make and how many opportunities they're given, especially the likes of Dean Garner. He seems to be a dead cert for the first team. I'm not too worried, and I probably should be, but I knew we weren't going to get much money out of it. But I think people got a question why we've got no money. Why is it that our investment isn't there? We moved to the stadium. It was meant to reap, fantastic financial rewards, which we just don't seem to be, getting every year, every season. So it's got to be, basically. So I've got to be happy about it, and hopefully it'll be enough. And we finish top 10, and we move on from there. Did that the first season of Pellegrini. Look what happened. We went straight back into a relegation battle. So fingers crossed, Moyes can work his magic again. And I think it'd be interesting to see what happens. Actually, I'm not scared, and I definitely think Rice is going to stay. I'm not willing to knee jerk and be scared at this point in time. So yeah. So it's got to be. I've got to be happy. Let's face it. No other choice, basically.
So this week's question is, if we don't make any signings in this window, do we have the squad depth to take us through to the next transfer window? In my opinion, yes. Do I think it should be that way? No, absolutely not. I don't want to talk about the board, but, they've made it pretty clear that they don't want to spend. And I think that puts Moyes in a pretty difficult position. I imagine he wants to bring players in, but if there's no money, there is, but if there's no money, he's going to have to work with what he's got. The only thing, one of the things that concerns me is injuries. Do we have enough quality in the team that if a key player gets injured, we can replace them? In certain positions, no, not at all. And I think that will be a problem. Pre-season's currently underway, and, a few of the players have had knocks. Nothing serious, but, this is West Ham, so injuries are to be expected. So that's one of my issues is, do we have quality that can replace players? And in parts, I just don't think we do. We can't ignore the left-back situation. We have one left-back because no one's convincing me that Arthur Masuaku is actually a left-back. I'm not saying get rid of Cresswell, but he definitely needs to become a second choice. If there's one thing the board can let Moyes do is get a left back. Can we start with Cresswell? 100%. Will he get slaughtered? Most likely. Will he cost us? Most likely. But if push came to shove, he could be first choice. I mean, he will be first choice as our only left back, really. But that's a position that I think we really need to fill. Beyond anything else, a left back is urgent in my opinion. But there's there's two players I think will make a difference. Ben Johnson at right back, I don't need to explain it. He should start in front of Fredericks, which I think he will. And Grady Diangana, providing he doesn't leave, which the rumours are circulating that he might be, but I'm assuming they are just rumours and he'll be with us. He can 100% go in place of Anderson. I think he's going to be such a key part. So it's not all doom and gloom. We definitely do have some quality in that team. I think the main problem for me, like I said, is the left back, and we're threadbare in certain positions. So if players get injured, we're going to struggle. Antonio gets injured in the position of striker, which he shouldn't be in, but as a position of striker, we have Hilaire. But if Hilaire gets injured, we're left with Silva. Obviously, we have Yarmolenko, he can go in that position, but I think it's risky. It is risky. Ultimately, I think we can go ahead to the next window, and I don't think we'll perform terribly. But like I said, if there's one position we could fill, I would like it to be left back. I think we can't leave Cresswell as he is. And there are left backs out there that, won't cost the earth. Whether they'll take instalments is another thing altogether. But I think left back and leave it alone. If that's the one thing they can do, I would be totally happy with that. I hope everyone's well. Take care.
So with us missing out on what was touted to be our top transfer and looking like we're going to miss out on a number of other targets, do I think that our squad has enough depth to compete next year? Simple answer is yes. When you look at last season, we've got the same squad, even though we've got Diangana back and a couple of others coming through as well. We've got essentially the same squad that we finished the season with, and we look like we could beat anyone. I think the hard part about it is, can we continue that form into the new season, and can we utilise some of the younger players coming through properly to show their potential so they can push on and become great West Ham players. I think the biggest question mark comes around Declan Rice. Do we keep him? Does he get sold? I don't think we're going to be too confident with either one of those answers until deadline day has passed, and we know for definite that he cannot be sold anymore, not at least till January. I think if we can keep him and the current squad of players come in with the right attitude, same as they did at the end of last season, which I think Moyes is really pushing for. That's why he's brought Stuart Pearce back in. Then my belief is that we should be fine. We may not be pulling up trees and pushing for the top half of the table as we probably should, but I don't think we'll be in danger of a relegation battle.
So could the current squad do us till Christmas? On paper, I think it could. I really do. It could really do us all right up Christmas till Christmas on paper. But from what we see, at the end of the season, they started to believe and go forward and have some passion, which was good, right? And we've got to carry on with that. It was very lacklustre before the restart. So I'm hoping that Moisey brings in some players in the lower ranks, the reserve team, the youth team, and brings them into the fore, into the first team. We need a new attitude. We need a new lot of blood in the side to kick the others up the backside and make them work for it. Yeah, that's what I believe. That's what I would like to see, because those players coming through will understand what it means. I hope they've brainwashed them into being a West Ham fan, understanding what it means to the fans to go out there and wear the claret and blue and give it your all. I truly do hope they've done that. So yes, it's a shame that some people haven't come in for our bigger stars, but then our bigger stars have been a flop, and why would they buy them? So there's a question here. I think there's enough to get us through to Christmas. if it's a good attitude, people work hard, then we can do all right. And as I've said, Moisey ain't me favourite, but I'm getting behind him because I think he deserves to be given a full crack at a whip, and we should get behind him. So, well, there's my opinion. So I think we can do all right, and let's hope I'm right for once. So come on September the 12th, where it all starts all over again. Till then, keep wearing your colours with pride. All right, take it easy. Come on, you eyes. Up the others.
Here's my answer to the question: do we have enough strength and depth to make it to the next transfer window? And I say yes, we do. Unfortunately, the reason I say that is because the board has given out the direction that we're just going to try to stay up this season. So my definition is if we're above the drop line by the transfer window, then yes, we've made it. So that doesn't take much, I think. And in our squad, we do have enough strength and depth to do that. And we've got, the front line. We've got, Allaire and Antonio, with also Zonde Silver in the background. Possibly Yarmolenko could fill in. Attacking midfielders, I think we've got a lot of potential there. Midfield looks strong with Rice and Souček, of course assuming that we're keeping Rice. And also Noble, Wilshire can fill in there. Obviously defense is a concern, but we were okay at right back. Left back's a little shaky, and I'm concerned about center backs, but I think we have enough. We've got two solid ones, assuming Diop comes back and stays with us. And, Balbuena can fill in as needed. So, I think we can do it. I don't have high expectations because of what the board has said. So until we can change the board, I think that's all we're shooting for. So we can do it, I think. Good night.
Hi guys, question this week is, do I think the current squad has enough quality and depth to carry us through to the next window if there's no new signings? Answer is technically yes, because after the restart they did pull out some good results, so we are capable of doing that. I apologise as well, by the way, I'm Skyping at work so I can get this video in. But yeah, so technically we have. Realistically though, not. I just think we struggle every year. For some reason we don't seem to get the chemistry right, and the team doesn't seem to gel together as well as what it should do. Now, for me, I think it's disgraceful that we can watch Leeds spend £30 million on a striker. Yes, I know they've been promoted, so they've got a boost in income. But even still, when you see the likes of Leeds spending £30 million on a striker, Aston Villa are going to spend big again, or trying to. Fulham are spending money. Everyone around us is spending money, and we're not. Now, at the end of the day, you ask any West Ham fan, what do we need? We need a left back. We need a left back. That is the main priority. We get the left back, I think the rest of the team could be all right. But yeah, technically we do have enough quality to get us through to the next window, like I said, because of the restart. But then again, though, that's also down to injuries. Without any real injuries to any of those players, Souček gets injured. If Rice gets injured, Bowen, Antonio, we're screwed, effectively, aren't we? So, but yeah, that's my thoughts anyway. Please hit like, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, feel free to drop us a comment and let us know your thoughts. Till next week, come on you irons.
For West Ham fans everywhere, this is the ultimate football app for you. Never miss a thing with the latest West Ham news, gossip and social stories as they break. Download the free COY Irons app now from the App Store and Google Play.